This mega news break, the first phone call that was made to Abhaya's parents after the incident, after the rape and murder from the hospital to the parents is with us here on India Today. And this phone call confirms that yes, the parents were misled, were told that their daughter, that Abhaya, had died by suicide. Two calls that were made by hospital officials to the parents. The first one even said, she's unwell, we don't know what's happened, come to the hospital immediately. The second one, they suggest that she had died by suicide. This was the assistant superintendent that you're about to hear in conversation with the victim's family, with Abhaya's parents. We're going to play that out for you in just a bit. But this right here is the clincher, the smoking gun really against the hospital administration that confirms what the parents have been saying all along, that we were misled, we were told it was a case of suicide. Listen in.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হচ্ছে? কি
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হচ্ছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হচ্ছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন, খুব অবস্থা খারাপ?
খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি আপনার।
Okay, so what you heard were the two calls that were made to the parents by the hospital administration. This is the assistant superintendent. And we told you here in India Today how the parents said very clearly not once did the ex-principal of RJ Kaur Hospital, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, actually speak to them, nor did he meet them at any point. But this is evidence that the hospital clearly tried to cover up the rape and murder, to try and tell the parents that this was a case of suicide. And you hear that in the audio tape, which we'll transcribe for you in just a bit. Anupam Mishra is joining us with more details on this. This right here is the clincher. There's nowhere that the hospital administration can hide, Anupam, because it's confirmed beyond a doubt that they tried to tell the parents, mislead them, perhaps mislead the cops, that this was a case of suicide.
Well, exactly. We have been able to access the audio which was made by hospital, and there are two calls. In the first call, the hospital staff, which is a female, calls to the parents and says that please come to the hospital because your daughter is not well. When parents asked what happened, she again said that she is not well and you have to come to the hospital as soon as possible. But in the second call, which was also made by the same female from Arjigal Hospital, she says that your daughter perhaps committed suicide or has died. So you'll have to come as soon as possible. We are here, police is here. So these are the two audio calls which we have been able to access and which have been made by hospital, and there are contradictory versions, and we know that...
Okay, Anupam, I'm just going to come back to you. Let's play out once again those two phone conversations by the hospital administration where they called the parents and said this is suicide.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হচ্ছে? কি
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হচ্ছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হচ্ছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন, খুব অবস্থা খারাপ?
খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি আপনার। ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হচ্ছে? কি
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হচ্ছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন, যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন খুব অবস্থা খারাপ
খুব
নাকি?
অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি। আপনার
Okay, what we just played out for you is the longer version of what we had previously. 3 calls that were made by the hospital administration. I'll quickly transcribe that for you. In the first call, the assistant superintendent, a woman, can be heard telling the parents, your daughter is unwell. They ask what's happened. She responds saying, we're admitting her right now. Can you please come to the hospital? The parents ask what's happened. Has she got fever? Is she serious? The assistant superintendent says, she's serious, please come fast. So that's the first phone call. In the second phone call, she again calls the parents, says, come to the hospital. Most probably, she has died by suicide. She just passed away. The assistant superintendent breaks the news to the family, and this is the clincher. The second call, where she says, most probably, she died by suicide. She then says, we're all here. The police is also here. Come fast. The third call then goes across to the parents, again from the assistant superintendent. Now she says, remember the second call, she says she's most probably died by suicide, she's passed away. In the third call, she says she's very critical. You must rush to the hospital. Only doctors can tell you what's happened to her. We've admitted her to the emergency ward. Come fast. This is in fact the sequence of calls that have been made to the victim's parents. And clearly there, as I just transcribed for you, the parents are told most likely this is a case of death by suicide. Let's play that out for you again.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন কি হয়েছে কি?
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো।
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন, যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন খুব অবস্থা খারাপ
খুব
নাকি?
অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি। আপনার
Okay, so these are the audio tapes that we're playing out for you. This is the biggest clincher really in the Abhaya rape case. All this while there were question marks. Is there a cover-up? Is there a conspiracy? All of that answered with this audio tape that we've accessed here on India Today. A conversation between the hospital and Abhaya's parents. And this is the conversation that was had right after Abhaya's body was found. All along the parents said, we were told this was a case of suicide. And these audio tapes essentially corroborate exactly that they were told that this is a case of suicide. The assistant superintendent here, speaking to the parents in the first call, says, your daughter is very ill. Now they found her body and they said she's very ill. And that's the communication they gave to the parents, saying, come fast, she is in a critical condition. The second call that goes through, they say she's passed away. But they also go ahead and try to allude that this was a case of suicide by saying, in all likelihood, this is a death by suicide. The assistant superintendent, no less, of the hospital is peddling this lie to the parents. And then in the third call, they say she's in a critical condition. Only doctors can tell you what's happened. Please come to the hospital. Now just imagine the plight of the parents amid this. 3 confusing, contradictory phone calls. One saying she's in a critical condition, another saying she's unwell, another saying she's died by suicide. At no point is the truth told to them that her body's been found in the hospital, that they suspect foul play, that they suspect that she was attacked and assaulted. None of that mentioned in any of the audio tapes or conversations that they have with the parents. So this is the kind of lies that were peddled. There was clearly an attempt beyond doubt now to cover up and conspire in this particular case to hide the truth from the parents and perhaps from the authorities. I want to play out that conversation for you again.
ও একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন কি হয়েছে কি?
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন খুব অবস্থা খারাপ?
খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন।
So that's another portion of the conversation that we just played out for you. And let's also piece this together. The first phone call, the parents are told she is unwell. Your daughter is unwell. Please come to the hospital. They ask, is this a fever? What has happened? Is she serious? They say, extremely serious. Please rush to the hospital. In the second phone call, they say that she is in the emergency ward. The doctors can tell you what's happened. We don't know. Till then, if perhaps they had no clue of what's happened, sure, you can go ahead and tell the parents to come. The third call essentially is where they mislead the family, is where the assistant superintendent actually conveys to the family that this seems to be a case of suicide. Now, this is clearly an attempt to mislead the parents, to mislead perhaps the investigation. We don't know if the hospital conveyed the same to the cops as well. But this is what was told by the hospital. And this is criminal negligence by any measure. The fact that they tried to pass this off as a suicide, these are medical professionals who would have seen the body, who would have known almost immediately that this isn't a case of suicide. There are clear assault marks on her body. They ignored that and tried to pass off this bizarre suicide theory to the parents of the victim, no less. Anupam Mishra is joining us with more details on this. Anupam, 3 tapes, 3 calls that we've accessed here on India Today confirms beyond a doubt that there was an attempt to cover up this crime by the hospital.
Well, Akshata, initially parents were the first persons to accuse the hospital authorities that they were misled, and these were the serious allegations made by the parents initially, and that started the suspicion of the cover up of the whole thing. Because initially when the things happened, the cremation happened, after that parents started telling that initially they were being told that their daughter is not well. Initially the call which was made by the hospital told them that the daughter is not well. Then the second call, then the third call, and after that they have been told that your daughter has committed suicide, and the truth has never been told to them. They came to know this after reaching the hospital. So this was the first and serious allegation which started creating suspicion that that some kind of cover-up has started or happened. So CBI is also investigating the case, and CBI has also told the Supreme Court that the scene of crime has been altered. So these are the allegations which CBI now they are seriously investigating, and that is why the Sandeep Ghosh, the principal of the RG Kar Hospital, former principal of the RG Kar Hospital, today also has been summoned, and this is the 13th time he has been summoned. So these are the things why the initial calls were made to the parents and told them that she's the first call told them that she is not well, and the second call and the third call when parents have been informed that their daughter has committed suicide. Why they did not tell them that your daughter has been killed? So these are the suspicion which CBI is trying to investigate and trying to uncover.
And these calls prove beyond a doubt that the hospital administration was very much involved in that cover-up, which is why there will be questions also of the former RG Kar principal, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. What these tapes also confirm, Anupam, is that the assistant superintendent all along was in conversation with the parents. Dr. Sandeep Ghosh never felt the need to speak to the parents, to address their concerns, to convey to them what's happened to their daughter.
Exactly. I'm telling you that that is why CBI is taking so much of time, because there were a lot of suspicion why the parents did not being informed about the exact situation, what happened here initially, why hospital told them that your daughter is not well, she's sick, we are trying to admit her. These are the initial words which were conveyed to the family by the hospital, and the last call were made by the hospital and informed them that their daughter has committed suicide. So why these are the various versions being told to the parents? So these are the things which CBI is investigating, and that is why Sandeep Ghosh is being interrogated. He has undergone for a polygraph test. Also, other hospital staffs has also been investigated by CBI. Initially, Kolkata police investigated this thing. Now CBI is investigating, and these are the important angles and important things which need to be solved by CBI.
Absolutely. And just imagine, the trauma, the absolute fear that the parents would have gone through, the emotions that would have been running through them when these calls were coming through. The first call saying your daughter is unwell, please come fast. The second call saying that only doctors can tell you what's happening. The cops are also here. The third call where the assistant superintendent tries to kind of allude that this was a case of suicide, which is absolutely bizarre, Anupam, because if you see the post-mortem report, it's confirmed that there were injury marks on her body. So at no point can medical professionals who were at the hospital claim they believed this was a case of suicide.
Exactly, Akshita. These are the questions. Why? Because it was an hospital. The incident happened with a doctor. Doctors were there. So, if someone is a doctor, he should understand what kind of injury marks were those, and he should know that it's a murder. It's a brutal murder, and they should have been informed the parents accordingly. But that did not happen. The parents were initially informed that their daughter is unwell. It's very serious. They have been informed that their daughter has committed suicide, but they have not been informed that their daughter has been killed and killed brutally. So it created suspicion initially, and CBI is investigating why these two versions were made by hospital staff, and that is why hospital staff were also interrogated by CBI.
This is criminal negligence. This is a conspiracy clearly afoot by the hospital administration to cover up their tracks. And then you tend to question what exactly are they covering up for? If a crime took place in their premises, the first thing they should have done is convey to the parents the absolute truth of what they knew. Most definitely not conjecture on what is the cause, what happened, etc., which is what they did. Let's play out for you once again those phone conversations between the hospital assistant superintendent and Abhaya's parents.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হয়েছে কি?
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন, খুব অবস্থা খারাপ?
খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। হ্যাঁ বলুন। হ্যালো
হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ বলুন।
বাবা বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বলুন।
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলো না একটু।
ওনার অবস্থা খুবই খারাপ, আপনি যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন চলে আসুন।
কি হয়েছে না সেটা বলো না।
ওটা তো ডাক্তার বলবে, আপনি একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন এখানে।
আপনি কে বলছেন বলুন তো?
আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপার বলছি, আমি ডাক্তার বলছি না।
ডাক্তার নেই হবে কেউ?
আমি সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। আপনার মেয়েকে আমরা এমার্জেন্সিতে নিয়ে এসেছি, আপনারা আসুন, এসে যোগাযোগ করুন।
ও কি হয়েছিল কি? ও তো ডিউটিতে ছিল।
আপনারা জলদি চলে আসুন যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি।
So that's the full tape that we have here on India Today, and these are 3 different calls that were made to the family, to Abhaya's parents. The first call, the assistant superintendent first conveys the news saying that Abhaya is unwell. They say rush to the hospital. The parents are asking what's happened. Has she got a fever? The assistant superintendent doesn't give them much details, just saying rush to the hospital immediately. She's in a serious critical condition. The second call that goes through, she says the cops are here, come immediately. The doctors can tell you what's happened. She's rushed to the emergency ward. Now the third call is where the assistant superintendent then tries to mix some lies in, tries to peddle a certain narrative to the parents, saying that in all likelihood she's died by suicide. And that's a communication that's gone to the worried parents who are still on their way to the hospital. And then she says, come here, we'll tell you exactly what's happened. This is clearly an attempt to cover their tracks, to go ahead and shield, we don't know who, we don't know what, but the hospital administration here colluded to ensure that they can actually mislead the parents. We don't know if this was the same communication that was given to the Kolkata police when they reached the spot, that look, a suicide has occurred in the hospital. We don't know that yet. But this is the elaborate steps that they actually took to go ahead and convey to the parents that this was a case of suicide. And this is something, Anupam, that the parents have been saying from day one, saying we were completely misled, that the hospital administration actually told us, claimed to us, that our daughter died by suicide. Do we know if the hospital administration conveyed the same to the Kolkata police when they called them, Anupam? Did they convey to them that this is a case of suicide?
Well, we don't have any kind of information that hospital staff has told this to Kolkata police, but we know that this information is being told to parents itself. And you know that this was the initial and first allegation made by the parents to the media, that initially they have not been informed the exact situation. They have been informed initially that the daughter is not well, and they inquired about it. You can hear from the audio calls that they were worried and they wanted to now know that what happened to their daughter. But this assistant super initially tells them that she's not well. We are trying to getting her admitted, and after that, after so much of inquiring, the assistant super tells them that she has perhaps committed suicide or died. So and that too is not the correct situation or the correct information which was conveyed to the parents. So that was the initial suspicion of the cover-up theory which came up, and which were labelled by the parents that they have not been informed the exact situation. The cremation was done in a hurried situation. So these were the initial allegations, and by now I think CBI must have inquired and must have interrogated these persons who have been informed the parents, because it's already more than 15 days CBI is inquiring and investigating the case. So by now CBI must have, because the call was made on 9th of August, and right now CBI is basically interrogating, and the center point of investigation is former principal Sandeep Ghosh, and Sandeep Ghosh was the administrative head of the RGK hospital at the time when the incident happened. So by now CBI must have inquired, must have interrogated these persons, why they have been informed of to the parents that their daughter is unwell, then finally their daughter has committed suicide. Yeah. So why they did not tell the exact condition or exact situation to the parents?
And let me repeat again that these are medical professionals. There's no way they didn't see the injuries. There's no way that they had no expert opinion whatsoever on this when they found Abhaya's body. Remember that the time of death, as per the post-mortem report, was somewhere around 4 a.m. So there's no doubt that when she was found, it was a mortal remains that were found. She wasn't in an injured condition, but sure, they were following protocol by rushing her to the emergency ward, saying she was extremely unwell because they were checking on her. But to go ahead and allude to this being a case of suicide is criminal, and by no means a step that was taken without full knowledge of the repercussions of going ahead and referring to a rape and murder as suicide. They saw the injuries on her body, and despite that conveyed to the parents that this is a case of suicide. Let's play out for you once again those phone conversations. The first conversation that the hospital authorities had with the parents, where they conveyed to them that their daughter is no more.
ওর একটু শরীরটা খারাপ হয়েছে, আপনারা কি একটু আসতে পারবেন ইমিডিয়েট?
কেন, কি হচ্ছে কি?
ওর শরীরটা খারাপ, আমরা ভর্তি করাচ্ছি ওকে, আপনি কি ইমিডিয়েট একটু আসতে পারবেন?
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলবেন তো?
সেটা তো ডাক্তাররা বলবে আপনারা এলে। আমরা আমরা আপনার নাম্বারটা জোগাড় করলাম, করে জানালাম যে বাড়ির লোক হিসেবে আপনারা একটু তাড়াতাড়ি আসুন।
কি হয়েছে সেটা বলো না তুমি।
পেশেন্ট শরীরটা খারাপ, ভর্তি হয়েছে হসপিটালে, বাকিটা আপনারা এলে ডাক্তার বলবে।
ওর কি জ্বর হয়েছে?
আপনারা একটু আসুন, জলদি চলে আসুন যত তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন।
কেন, খুব অবস্থা খারাপ
খুব
নাকি?
অবস্থা খারাপ, হ্যাঁ খুব অবস্থা খারাপ, একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন। হ্যাঁ বলুন। হ্যালো,
হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ বলুন।
বাবা বলছি।
হ্যাঁ বলুন বলুন।
কি হয়েছে কি সেটা বলো না একটু।
ওনার অবস্থা খুবই খারাপ, আপনি যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন চলে আসুন।
কি হয়েছে না সেটা বলো না।
ওটা তো ডাক্তার বলবে, আপনি একটু তাড়াতাড়ি চলে আসুন এখানে।
আপনি কে বলছেন বলুন তো?
আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপার বলছি, আমি ডাক্তার বলছি না।
ডাক্তার নেই হবে কেউ?
আমি সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপারিনটেন্ডেন্ট কথা বলছি। আপনার মেয়েকে আমরা এমার্জেন্সিতে নিয়ে এসেছি, আপনারা আসুন, এসে যোগাযোগ করুন।
ও কি হয়েছিল কি? ও তো ডিউটিতে ছিল।
আপনারা জলদি চলে আসুন যতটা তাড়াতাড়ি পারবেন। উনি সুসাইড করেছেন হয়তো, বা কিছু মারা গেছেন। পুলিশ রয়েছেন, আমরা হসপিটালে সবার সামনেই রয়েছি, ফোন করছি আপনারা।
So the first call, and if you listen closely, the first call is actually seemingly made by the hospital to Abhaya's parents. The second call, Abhaya's parents are calling the hospital assistant superintendent, from whom they got a call earlier, sounding confused, asking what's happening. You can hear, in fact, Abhaya's mother in the backdrop saying, but she was on duty when the assistant superintendent says she's extremely unwell and rushed to the emergency ward. And the assistant superintendent at that point says it's best if you come to the hospital. The third call, she goes ahead and tells the parents, in all likelihood, she's died by suicide. And that right there is the clincher. That right there confirms what the parents have been saying all along, about a cover-up, about a conspiracy, and about the hospital having a role in that cover-up. That's confirmed beyond a doubt now with these tapes that we have here on India Today of the first conversation and communication that went across to Abhaya's parents, that their daughter is no more. It most definitely wasn't dealt with the sensitivity that you'd expect in such a case. But forget that. Keep that aside for a moment. The most basics of ensuring that the truth is told to the parents, even that wasn't done. Outright lies were peddled to the parents, to the family members, just to ensure clearly that, you know, the focus isn't on the hospital, that a rape and murder happened in the hospital and they're clearly trying to shun the blame. Was there a larger reason also for them to go ahead and cover up the crime? We're hoping for answers from the CBI on that, and this explains to a large extent as to exactly why the CBI every single day has been questioning the former principal of RJ Kaur Hospital, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh, who not once met or spoke to the parents despite such a grave crime happening under his watch, despite their daughter dying under his watch in this hospital. And that speaks volumes really of what this principal perhaps was attempting to do, and the cover-up that was in place by the hospital administration. Anupam is with us for more on that. Anupam, there will also be questions asked here of the Kolkata police, that when this kind of a tape was present, and we've heard the parents say it repeatedly, but now this conversation's present, and I'm sure the police had it with them, why didn't they question the hospital? Why did they let Dr. Sandeep Ghosh get away scot-free? Why didn't they question him about the cover-up?
Well, we know that Sandeep Ghosh was interrogated at that time only because Kolkata police has initially said that the Sandeep Ghosh, the former principal of the hospital, and at that time he was the principal of the hospital when the incident occurred, and he has been interrogated on the same day, which was conveyed by Kolkata police to the media. So it is not the case that not that he has not been questioned or he has not been interrogated by Kolkata police, but right now the suspicion is about why the hospital authorities told different version to the family. What was the necessity of telling the parents the different versions? These are the questions which need to be answered.
The Kolkata police, yes, due protocol, they did interrogate, question the former RG Kar hospital principal. But the reality is that he was then transferred, given another plum posting. If they suspected a cover-up, there's no way they would have provided him any sort of shield. There's no way, or at least hopefully, they wouldn't have gone ahead and transferred him to another hospital. So clearly, while the Kolkata police did ensure that the main accused was arrested, the whole angle of conspiracy cover-up wasn't touched by the cops. And that really is a serious concern which will raise questions over. But I want you to listen now. We've played out for you the conversation that the hospital administration had with Abhaya's parents. From day one, Abhaya's parents have been telling us here on India Today that there's a cover-up, there's a conspiracy, the hospital is involved. And they repeatedly said that we were told our daughter died by suicide. Let's play out for you what the parents have repeatedly said about the hospital.